How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we're doing analysis on two currency pairs again. It's going to be the British pound, US dollar, and also the Euro USD dollar. We're doing some top-down analysis. But before we hit the charts, you can visit my website, bottom left corner over here, where you can find some very nice trading information. There's some nice cool stuff on the website as well. Preferred brokers, go check them out, guys. These guys are brilliant when it comes to spreads, margins, support, whatever you need from a reliable broker. Go check them out. Okay, so let us hit the chart. So today we are looking at, again, like I said, the British pound US dollar. We're starting out with that first. We are looking at the weekly time frame. The reason is that because I want to show you how price has just gone down to take out liquidity. All these blue lines is previous areas where there is some sell orders lying it. So guys buying up, leaving their orders below that, and price just hunting those areas, just taking out the liquidity every single time at the bottom. So we have got this big area of liquidity still lying at the bottom here. Will price continue downwards? We will have to look and see. Let's go to the daily time frame. Just expand it a little bit. So on the daily time frame, just going to zoom in here. What we can see is we have got a nice area where price, price made a turn from the top to the bottom. So Fibonacci is from the swing high to the swing low. I would like to see price pulling back all the way between this area to the 62 and 79% area. So, we would like to see price doing that. And then if there's some kind of continuation to the downside, do something like that. But again, we're not predicting what the price is doing. We're just reacting to what price will be doing. 4 hour time frame, let's just hide that for a second. There we go. Let's just get the chart nice and neat. So we have got this trend line that we were talking about previous week. So we had this trend line going down, zooming in. Okay, we can see how this trend was broken. Okay, we were still talking about we're going to wait and see when the trend line is being broken. So trend line got broken, price moved up all the way. It hit that area, okay, previous area of resistance that is in the market. It's an area where price went to and then pulled back. So with this, like you see with this break in structure, it created a fair value gap. And this is the area over here. So you can see this is the area that I was talking about, breaking that area over there. Let's just get that nice and neat. There we go. Leaving that area between the two candles open. It is an imbalance in the candles, price retracing nicely to that area. Then we could have had a nice buy upwards. Hitting that area once again, pulling back straight to that, and then not breaking past that fair value gap area, but price is tapping into that area below and then continuing on. So currently price is just sitting in between these areas. There was like I said, a fair value gap in the market, but again, you don't have to look at that fair value gap because there is also a nice area of support over here. So those are the two areas that price is currently sitting in. So it's just consolidating in those two areas. So I would like to see what price actually does, if it's going to break the area or where price is heading next. On a 1 hour time frame, just going to zoom out a little bit. So we're just going to look back at what we looked at previous weekend. So previous weekend we saw we had this line over here, this high, and we had this low over here. Okay, we can see, and I still said I would like to see price breaking either be above that line or below this line. We can see how price, when it broke that trend line, okay, the trend line coming down, we had a break in trend line, it went back, it retested that area, came back, retested it once again, and then it shot up. When it shot up, okay, it created this fair value gap in the market, in the candle. That's an imbalance that we were talking about. Just zooming in a little bit more. So price breaking above that area, taking out the liquidity, that high that I was marking out previous week. Price retracing nicely back into that fair value gap. And again, that's the area that you buy. You place your buys in that imbalance in the area. So that is at least 100 pips up. Price coming down again. Okay, so now we see coming over here, we see that price came down. It's still hitting in that area like we saw on the 4 hour. It's consolidating, but price making a nice turn at the bottom, going up, taking your Fibonacci up and down. We can see price, I'm just going to take this out, not this out, but you can see this imbalance in the market that's been formed. Okay, price going into that imbalance, but again, once once again, another confirmation price going back into that 62% area, right? This is a nice area you can just buy up. So currently, if you are in a buy, right there, there's not a lot into it. I don't like leaving my trades over a weekend, but I mean, that's a 32 pip upwards. So will price continue up? Okay, will this happen? Or will price continue downwards? Okay, so we will have to look and see if price is going to break those two areas. Okay, just taking out all this information, I'm just going to do what I always do on a weekend. Just going to highlight on the 1 hour time frame right about there. That's the area that I'm going to be looking at. And then this is going to be my next one. That's the previous low. Right? We have got lows below that, but I'm just looking at the most recent one. Okay, so I'm looking at these two areas. I want to see price breaking above or below that area, and then I will react to price and then, you know, take action. It will either be a fair value gap forming, it will either be a retracement on the Fibonacci. I'm using those two methods in my currency trading. Okay, so next up we will be looking at the Euro USD. Again, top-down analysis, we're going from the daily downwards. Okay, so on a daily time frame, what can we see? We see this two trend lines being formed. Okay, it's a downwards movement in the market. We see that price made this previous low. Okay, it went up, it went and retraced back to that area and acted as a support. It went up, touched that trend line, it broke this area. Okay, it broke that area, it formed a nice imbalance in the market right around there. Okay, you can see price going towards that area, it gets drawn towards that area. But again, now will we see price going and hitting that trend line that's over there and then bouncing off again, doing that? Or price might just carry on downwards, okay, from here. So we will have to see what price does in those two areas. Okay, will it respect these trend lines? It's time will tell. 4 hour time frame. There we go. So on the 4 hour time frame, what we can see is a nice area. This is the area that we were talking. I'm just going to highlight that out because that's invalid. So I'm going to just look at this recent one. So basically what we had this break in structure. Okay, we had that imbalance in the market, price going down. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at this. Is just gonna zoom in so I can show you. So liquidity being taken out both sides. So price hovering in this area of this imbalance that was formed, as you can see. So price is just consolidating in that area. We had, just taking this out for now, we had liquidity been taken out above that blue line, as you can see. We had liquidity being taken out below this blue line. So we had two areas of liquidity. So price is just, you know, building up its orders, right? So that's basically what's going to happen. So currently on the 4 hour time frame, this is our low that we are eye marking, and this is going to be our high that we are eye marking. So we're just looking at those two areas just to see when price is going to be hitting past that area. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna predict what the market is doing. I'm just going to react to what it's doing. All right. So on a 1 hour time frame, what can we see? And 1 hour is always special. I mean, you guys must drill down to a lower time frame. Don't just stick to these high time frames. I mean, whatever analysis I'm doing, just practice that and go put it into your lower time frame areas. So let's have a look. Going down. Okay, so we had this previous, just the reason I'm marking it out, this is a high that we were looking at previously. Okay, this is the area that price got broken last week. Last week we made an analysis on this area, and we still said we want to see price breaking that area. What we saw happened was price broke that area, came back nicely to that fair value gap that was formed. You know, it's been pointed out. We had a Fibonacci. Okay, just taking this out and this out. We had a Fibonacci from this swing low to that swing high. Price retracing nicely to the 62% area. It's been hovering in that area, or it hovered in that area for quite a while. But again, nice area to retrace, and then you buy. So price going, bam, into that area, and then you buy up. And look at that amount of pips that you could have caught. Okay, so don't throw away this Fibonacci. Guys, this is one of the strongest tools in trading. It's 140 odd pips that you could have gone up. So currently, price, again, we know that price is just consolidating in that area. So what we're going to look at is we're going to be focusing on this high, right around there, and then we're going to be focusing on this low. Okay, these are the two areas that we're going to look at price to see where price breaks, above it or below it, and then we're going to look at, you know, taking action on that. Let's look at the COT reports. COT reports on the euro. Okay, on the euro side of things, we can see a downwards movement on the euro. So the euro weakening, lots of shorts being opened, lots of a couple of longs being closed. But I mean, that short positions being opened in the market, that's crazy, because you've been seeing a lot of shorts being opened. That is why the euro has been weakening. You know, that net position is just been going deeper and deeper into the negative. That's why we're seeing that downwards movement. So again, will this continue down? Right? Will we see a break below this area? Okay, so that is going to be one of the key areas to watch for this coming week. So guys, that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. I hope it makes sense to you, and if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. There's definitely some more analysis coming to you this weekend, and guys, I hope you stay safe and happy trading.